Buonasera, this is Pierpaolo. It was a hard week. It is a hard moment. We reacted the only way we know, by working. We reacted not allowing to get paralyzed by the fear of war, trying to remember that the privilege of our freedom is now bigger than ever. Our thoughts go to those who are suffering. We see you, we feel you, and we love you, because love is the answer, always.
Looking from a window above, it's like a story of love. Can you hear me? Came back only yesterday. I'm moving farther away. Want you near me? All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew, only you. Sometimes when I think of her name, when it's only a game, and I need you, listen to the words that you say, it's getting harder to stay. When I see you, all I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day, and all I ever knew, only you. only you. All I needed was the love you gave. All I needed for another day. And all I ever knew, only you.
لم أصدق أنني كنت موجودا في سيارة في ذلك اليوم. أتذكر ذلك اليوم جيدا، حتى أنني سألت: هل أنت متأكد أننا في سيارة؟ يمكنك القول أنها صنعت في عالم آخر، ليست مثل أي سيارة أخرى يمكنك أن تركبها وتقودها. حين تبدأ بقيادة كلينن مقارنة بالسيارات الأخرى، تشعر أنك على ارتفاع أكبر، تشعر أنك فوق السحاب. مزايا روز رويز الفريدة: الراحة، السكينة، لا يمكنك أن تسمع أصوات الشوارع، لمسات نهائية راقية، سيارة مصنوعة يدويا بكثير من الحب، تحظى بنظرة مختلفة على الطريق. لا يمكنك أن ترفع نظرك عن السيارة، لا يمكنك وصف الشعور خلال قيادتها، بل عليك تجربتها. اسمي خالد وأنا أقود كلينن.
What does the Drakensberg mean to me? Well, in a word, it's widescreen. It's a cinematic landscape. It stretches from horizon to horizon. It's just huge. The mountains here are very distinctive. Their jagged peaks just pierce the horizon, and instantly you know you're in the Drakensberg because no other mountains in the world look like this. Everywhere you look, there's a great shot. The plant and animal life is amazing. I've just been stunned by the variety of birds, and there's such a sense of tranquility. It's just beautiful. The landscape seems untouched, but you look and there's rock art everywhere. It really makes me feel connected to the people who have lived here thousands and thousands of years before. But I think it's those wide open skies of the Drakensberg that will stay with me. That's what I'm going to remember.
October 16th, 1859.
John Brown's body lies a mouldering in the grave, but his soul goes marching on.
An incident that brings America closer to Civil War. Abolitionist John Brown leads a raid on a federal arsenal in Harper's Ferry in what's now West Virginia, hoping to spark a slave revolt. Brown later surrenders and is executed. 1793. During the French Revolution, Queen Marie Antoinette, who is said to have told France's starving people, "Let them eat cake," is beheaded. 1978. The Roman Catholic Church chooses its first non-Italian pope in more than 450 years. He is Polish Cardinal Karol Wojtyła, who takes the name of John Paul II. 1973. American Henry Kissinger and North Vietnam's late Duc Tho are awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. They are honored for negotiating a ceasefire in the Vietnam War, but Lay declines the award, saying he can't accept it because the Vietnamese don't have peace. 1998. In London, British police arrest Chile's former dictator Augusto Pinochet. They detain him for questioning about the allegations that he had murdered Spanish citizens during his years in power. Pinochet eventually returns to Chile, but he faces investigations and court cases there until he dies 8 years later. 1916. Margaret Sanger opens the first birth control clinic in Brooklyn, New York. She is later arrested and serves 30 days in jail after police raid the clinic. 1987. End of a 58-and-a-half-hour drama in Midland, Texas. That's where rescuers free Jessica McClure, an 18-month-old girl trapped in an abandoned well. And 1997. Novelist James Michener, whose South Pacific Tales inspired a Broadway musical, dies in Austin, Texas. Today in History, October 16th. Tim McGuire, The Associated Press.
Welcome back in our studio, and in today's news,